Hey guys, Petrie here, and I was going to do a what if on what if the Iowa Speedway hosted the truck events and the Xfinity events in 2020. I tried running both races, but they just keep wrecking each other out in both of the races, and it was just one stage. I only did one stage in each of the events, the Xfinity and Truck Series events at Iowa Speedway, and they just always seem to wreck each other out. I mean, I only get like between 8 to 12 cars still on the lead lap or even still running the race out of the 30 plus that usually compete in each of these races. They're unlike the other simulations I did, only a few wreck out per stage at a time. But in just one stage, only like 8 to 12 cars are left. No matter what I do in the track INI settings, I try tweaking it to make them wreck less, but it just doesn't seem to really work. And I don't want to tweak too much of the track INI to make it unplayable and to not make the race sort of exciting in some form. So I really don't want to tweak the INI so that it becomes unplayable. And it was the most up-to-date Iowa Speedway I could find that's competitive and such, so that it could be changed, to make the racing more competitive and less wreckful, um, however you call it. But yeah, sorry for my phone going off in the middle there. But anyway, I just couldn't do it. I mean, I couldn't run the full races for the trucks and Xfinity series, and I wanted to do a doubleheader weekend in Iowa Speedway for the Xfinity series since they lost both events in 2020 due to the pandemic. But I just couldn't do it. I mean, the track I9 at Iowa, the updated one was just pretty a lot of wrecks. I mean, it's bad. I tried tweaking it, fixing it, and they just seem to wreck each other out. Just about every green flag run that they get, and usually they're big wrecks. So a lot of cars are out of the race per wreck, and yeah, there's really nothing more I could do. So I only ran one stage in each of the events, the trucks and Xfinity, and you will see the results from both events. I only did one Xfinity event for because running two just wasn't possible really with the track INI being so flawed with Iowa Speedway, the up-to-date one that I have. So I hope a new update to Iowa Speedway comes out soon. I really hope someone can make a new up-to-date Iowa Speedway that isn't really filled with wrecks and stuff, and they could easily change the INI to make it competitive. So I really hope that happens, but until then, we're stuck with the most up-to-date one that I have from FSC, I believe. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but we have to move on. But before we do move on, I wanted to show you the results from both races. Alright, first, these are the results from the truck race I did in Iowa Speedway. 65 laps was the equivalent of one stage I was planned for 2020. That's as far as I got because, as you can see here, only 8 drivers finished that stage without wrecking each other. And this is what I mean. These guys just tend to wreck each other. No matter how much I change the INI, it becomes a huge mess. But on the plus side, though, Natalie Decker won a race in the truck series. So for Natalie Decker fans out there, she actually won, technically. But I only completed one stage, so you have to take it with a grain of salt. But Natalie Decker won this one stage in the truck series, and now I want to show you the results from the Xfinity series event that I did. Alright, so here are the results from the Xfinity race I did with one stage of 80 laps. They're not much better. As you see here, 12 cars finished on the lead lap and 15 cars finished overall in that one stage. So it didn't get any better from there. Ryan Sieg, though, did win at Iowa Speedway. So we got first-time winners in Iowa, Natalie Decker and Ryan Sieg. Two winners you never thought they would get the win in their series, but because of all the wrecks that have been happening at those races I did, they won. So, yeah. So again, take it with a grain of salt because I was not able to complete like the entire race for both of them, and let alone an entire doubleheader weekend at Iowa Speedway. So, I hope the simulations do get better as we go along, and we have still got more Xfinity races I wanted to do for the full lengths of each of them. Xfinity series, I'm going to be going to New Hampshire next. I'm going to do the New Hampshire race up next. And then we do the Michigan race. Those races were never run in 2020 for the Xfinity series. And then it's Mid Ohio and Watkins Glen. Those are the other races that were not run this season. And finally, for the Truck Series, we didn't run at the Canadian Tire Motorsport Park in Eldora, so I can't wait to do those sims as well. A lot of exciting things happening here on P2 London. I hope you guys will tune in for the rest simulations for the Xfinity and Truck events in 2020 that never were. Until then, we will see you guys later.